How do you act when you're in the middle of your deepest grief? Today we see a man of faith stop to negotiate a business deal while his eyes are still wet with tears. Not because he's cold, but because he's looking hundreds of years into the future. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff with Frontier Deliverance Daily Bible, and this is brought to you by Rusty Steak Media. Today we're taking a look at Genesis 23. Now in Genesis 23, there's a great loss. Sarah dies at age 127 in Hebron, and Abraham was her partner of nearly a century. Imagine that, to be with someone for almost 100 years, and then they pass away. So he mourned her openly and deeply. Now there was a little bit of a problem here because Abraham, he is still a foreigner. He's in a foreign land. He has no legal right to any land there, and he needs to bury Sarah. So he's got to deal with the local Hittites. Now, when he tries to negotiate with them, they offer him a grave for free. They say he's the Prince of God. They see God's hand on him. And Abraham, he insists on paying full market price, which is 400 shekels of silver, for the field and for the cave of Machpelah. And this is quite a bit of money back in that time. When we see this, we also see the first acquisition. And this was when he deeded this field. Abraham secures the very first piece of land that he actually owns in Canaan, the land that God promised his descendants. Now, there's some interesting facts here, and one is the unique record of Sarah. She's the only woman in the entire Bible whose exact age at death, which is 127, is recorded. And this signals her immense importance as the matriarch of the covenant. Another interesting fact is when they call Abraham the Prince of God. Even though he was a foreigner, the Hittites called Abraham a Nesi Elohim, which is a Prince of God. His integrity and blessings were so visible that his neighbors recognized God's hand on him. Another interesting fact here has to do with the family plot, which was the Cave of Machpelah. And this remains a tangible site today in Hebron. It eventually became the final resting place, not just for Sarah, but Abraham, Isaac, Rebekah, Jacob, and Leah. Now, what I mentioned earlier, the 400 shekels, this was an exceptionally high price for that era. But Abraham, he didn't haggle. He paid the premium. He wanted to ensure that where she would be buried, there would never be a legal dispute over the land in the future. So, as we wrap up our podcast here, I got a reflection question for you all. And I'd like to think about it. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this on TikTok or YouTube, go ahead and comment down below. If you're listening on Spotify, I believe you can comment on there too. If you are watching this, remember that you can stream it wherever you listen to your podcasts, most likely. But our reflection question, Abraham bought a grave in a land he didn't yet own because he believed God's promise more than his current reality. What is one down payment of faith you can make today, even if you won't see the full result in your lifetime? What is one down payment you can make today? One down payment of faith. So reflect on that question as you go throughout your day today. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening, and I hope you'll join us tomorrow for the Frontier Deliverance Daily Bible Discussion.